All right. Hello, this is Chess with Bill, and I'm back. Part 4 of my homework. Doing my thing, kicking some ass, taking names. Right. So this is chapter 20, or I guess the 20th one. I'm just going to walk through. You guys know the deal, so I'm not going to go through it again. Right? I'm going to try to figure this out. I don't think I did. Maybe I did this one before. So I see this as a deal. Got the pawn absolutely pinned to the king. Okay. Uh, relative pin here on this pawn. Main thing is this pawn cannot move because it's absolutely pinned. So it's not actually defending these squares. All right. I'm almost positive I did this one before. Okay, so when I take here, the queen comes out. Now she's absolutely pinned to the king. I can check. King's got to move away. Right? Up. I check. This happens, and I get the queen. Okay, I did do that one before. Next chapter. This is called Challenging One. The Challenging One. Oh, good. Great. So, here we go. How are we going to do this? So, it's white. Relative pin on the king. Already. I can move this bishop to gain another pin. This bishop's attacking my rook. This rook's attacking my rook. Let's see. Looks like this pawn's coming down, so it's attacking my pawn. King's attacking my pawn. They've got a pass pawn over here. And I can get a queen here. All right, so just off the top of my head, I'm seeing something like here-ish. Maybe a queen's there, comes over, attacks the king. I cannot take this rook, for it is absolutely pinned to my king. Okay. So what happens if I gain a queen? Well, he can't, or the opponent can't take it because of this absolute pin. But once the queen's here, the opponent could do something else, such as taking check, something like that. Not really seeing a good reason not to have. I'm not really seeing a good reason to refrain from getting this queen. Let me see, though. Also, this bishop is guarding this pawn, as in, like, the queen can't slide in this way. Get a queen this way. He can't take. What can he do? He can check me here. It could also come this way, right? But I think he'd check, force a move. What's my move? Take? No, because then that frees up the pin after this. There's no pin, and he can take my queen. Right? So let's say I get a queen. Forces a check. Let's say I take it. Then he's got my queen. So getting the queen right off the bat doesn't work. This is why this is a challenging one. He can't do this if I absolutely pin his bishop. So absolute pin on the bishop, he can't move either one of these guys. Meaning I could just get the queen. And because this bishop is moved, it can't be taken. So let's say I come here, and he comes down this way. Queen. Now he can check. But still, he's absolutely pinned. There's nothing he can do. I could just take this way and rock and roll. So we're going to try that. Oh, he just takes with the rook. Well, I didn't think of that. Oops. Was the right move, though. First move was the right move. And this is something that I went over with my chess coach. With these puzzles, what I try to do is think of all the moves first. Of course, I did not do that permutation, which could be, the difference between something being awesome and losing the game, right? Or making a blunder. But one of the things he was saying was, my chess coach, making that first move, so long as it's right, maybe you don't have to know what comes after it. Now, I think that that's a contentious statement. Like, people could argue with it. I could even argue with it. But it's something I'm going to try out. Because why not? The only thing to lose is more elo. The idea is this, though. If I'm thinking and spending all my time thinking, I'm literally spending my time doing all these permutations. Maybe I know that the first move or two is correct, right? But then if I go beyond that and spending my time thinking, that's actually giving the opponent the benefit of a time advantage. So what my chess coach was saying was, make that move that you're pretty sure of, then use their time to figure out the rest. It's a little bit different. What do you guys think about that? All right, so what do I got here? The rook is not pinned anymore. Ergo, if I get the queen here, the rook can just come up here. I'm in check, which even though the bishop can't move, I'm still in check. It's an interesting idea, isn't it? I'm still in check despite it being pinned, which means once I move my king, it takes my queen. So maybe there's a check here, same difference, boom, and then I get a queen. Right? So I'm just forcing, I could just nab this rook. Why not grab the rook and then get the queen? That says retry. So if I grab here, I mean, he gets my pawn. He can come down this way. I get a queen. He comes down this way. Check. I take. I guess the idea is maybe there could be a stalemate. Interesting. Not sure about that one. All right, let's keep on going. Number 22. Okay, so right off the bat, you see it's white to move. This is hold on. Right off the bat, what do I see before I start making a bunch of moves? Okay, so what is in line with this king? Right. And what is in line with the queen? All right, well, I'm attacking the queen right now. Although if I take the queen, I get checkmated. So that's a big threat I should be aware of. Back row mate style. Really, the only way to avoid that is to move the rook or give luft. Do you luft, bro? Or check their king. Of course, I could take here. That removes that threat entirely. But when the queen comes down, now the threat's back. And I could see like doing left here, and then we kind of have a draw-y looking game, though I do have a very advanced pawn. My next move has got to be something dealing with this back row mate. So even if it's moving the rook, then of course I lose this. So can I pin something with that move? Well, no, not that I see. As if I'm moving the rook, or, giving luft, so to speak. Moving the pawn doesn't make any sense, because then he just comes down here and wins a free rook. So I got to move the rook. there's an idea. Okay, you could sack the queen, right? She comes here, it's check. Let's say he takes. I take back. Now he's got a queen. You know, none of that works. Again, taking here just loses the game. So I think it's a rook move. Could block that way. Rook probably takes this way. Boom. Right? Block this way. This doesn't really seem much like a... this doesn't seem like a pin or a... What is it called? X-ray? There's a word I'm looking for. Spear? It's not spear. Spike. But this is what I'm considering. Go in here. If the queen takes, take that way. Boom. That's no good. So it's just a queen trade. If I do something like this, takes, right? Take. And now this is weak. And we can start trading down pawns. Like I take here, I take there. I've got to do left or else, you know. And I think I'm just, well, I'm not losing, but I think it's just a draw. So is there a way that I can do some sort of pin or cross pin? Well, I would love to have my queen on this diagonal, right? I mean, then he would never want to take this pawn. Did I do this already? Coming here, takes with the pawn, but I mean, it opens up this, right? Moving the king forward. Lose the rook, then the king comes here. So I don't automatically lose. But then this happens, and that's getting pretty close. Well, what am I thinking? If this happens, queen attacks. King's out this way. And I don't really have an attack on the king after that. Okay, what I'm not seeing is the relationship between these guys. Right? So the queen comes here, guarding this and that. I think that's the first move. I don't see anything past it. Let's try it. Nope, it's not it. So there's got to be something better. Is there a way to pin this guy? I don't see it. Maybe this is just the first move. Then the queen's here. If the queen is there, it'd be great to have my queen there already, right? Yeah, I don't see any pins here. Rook over. What does that do? Either this rook comes down this way or just straight up takes. I'm just getting into trades at this point. You know, I don't see it. I really did think. I thought this was a pretty clever move. I guess it's not. The only thing I can think of is this, but that loses the game, right? Queen comes down, rook takes, check, mate. I mean, I can come here, but it's the same difference. Rook could come all the way over, guarding the king. Is there a way I can use maybe these pawns against them? Like if I create left, queen comes. Create left here for the king. Queen takes. Come down this way, queen takes, boom. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. This one's a lot harder, it seems. What do y'all think? You see, I don't have any other moves. Like, I've got to do something about this back row checkmate. Other ways. I could come here. Okay. If I do this, he cannot come down here because the rook is absolutely pinned to the king. Ha ha. I come out this way. Rook can't take my rook. Rook can take my queen. Then I take the pawn, or I take the queen with my pawn. I got this. Let's say this comes out this way. Boom. That's what it is. Yep. Oh, crap. And there we are. So they don't have to do this. Derp. Taking this way seems pretty good. Why would I take with the queen at this point? Retry, really? I mean, it's winning. But I was thinking with the... Huh. Let me look at that again. I do get this. Why not take with the rook? It's still check. I guess the queen is still active at that point. If my queen is here, moves him out this way. Right, and then I take his queen. Duh. Right. So he's got to take my queen, or else I'll get his queen. Okay, fair. Well, that's that. I got about a minute and a half left on this. Let's try to rock and roll. Number 23. Got a absolute pin here. Guarding. This will become a queen. A relative pin on this pawn. Passed pawn. Well, it's really not passed yet, right? Or is that considered a passed pawn? Isolated pawn here. This is an isolated pawn too. It's not a passed pawn because there's something in front of it. That's a passed pawn. And that's an isolated pawn. It's an isolated pawn. All right. Threats on the king. Obviously, this coming down. Boom, boom, something like that. All right. What else can I do? This pawn is weak. I could double up on my rook. This will attack the queen. The queen comes here, but then I lose pieces. And it's actually guarding this pawn. So here's a pin. These don't really matter thus far because I have a bunch of rooks. These pawns, I don't think they're doing anything. So I think these are the players here, right? I got one pawn move. I could, of course, move the rook. Or this rook. Could line up my rook with his king. Could exploit this absolute pin like so. Think that's it. That opens up the square. Taking. He could move this way. This, and then I get a queen that way, right? No. No. Well, color me a booty. I mean, it's the only other move, so. Really? Check, he's got to move up. Check. Or take, right? Yeah, that queen move, or this. Wait, hold on. This right here, great move. Get the queen. That was just the only other move that I had. I was thinking this. What happens there? Check. He moves up. Queen. I guess if I take this way, right, which it doesn't like, if I take that way, he could take this way, but why would he? He moves up that way. I get a queen. I guess he takes. Boom. I don't know. It seems about the same to me. I mean, this is sexier, but... And then the next one is a challenging one. Awesome, but we're at 22 minutes. All right, y'all. I hope this was informative. Me going through these is part 4. If you like them, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Wanted to thank the Patreon peoples. Nostalgic, Ember Ellaria, Natalia Cline, and James Johnston, of course. Thank you guys. If you want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/chesswithbill. There's a chess club. Also, I don't like doing the like, subscribe thing. But I appreciate when you guys do. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.